everyone, welcome to my studio. This week I will be spending some good time on this mosaic, so hopefully making some good progress. Definitely this tree area is going to be way more complicated than what's going on here in the sky, but I still haven't gotten this part done behind the tree in the water there, but looking forward to getting more of that done. And over here on this table, I have got this beautiful bouquet that I started ages ago, and every once in a while I work on it. So originally I made this as a gift to my sister. It was supposed to be something we work on together, but she turns out is not interested, nor does she have time to work on it. So every once in a while I work on it as a gift to her. And this time I think I'm going to finish these lilies. I'm going to make them orange. There are 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I don't know how long that will take me, but I'm hoping to work on it. And I think I might bring it to class and show students that they could tackle something bigger, and it's still going to be amazing. Last of all, I bought a few of these barrette bezels off of Etsy, and I am going to make them for my sister. I have a sister with long hair who likes these type of barrettes that hold her thick hair in place.
90 Dunwoody residents and neighbors participated in the creation of this project, including me. I took one of the classes. Wonderful community work of art that is going to brighten up a spot that was otherwise pretty mundane in an art center.
Thank you, Mayor. Great to be with you all. We're fortunate to have such a beautiful day to gather around. I know there's a lot of arts advocacy in this group, people who are interested in the beautification of our community, but also the engagement of people coming together and to understand each other better.
When Julie suggested this project for us, I immediately said yes, and then we were going to figure out the details. And the reason why is this project fits in literally to the word of our mission. Our mission here at Spruill is to foster creativity and social connections through the art. Over 5,000 individual pieces were used to create these 3 mandalas that were put together by over 90 people from the community. So that to us is the definition of public art.
1, 2, 3.
Thank you, especially to the Dunwoody Arts Commission, and Alan for making it happen, but also for each and every volunteer who put a piece on this project. It couldn't have been done without you. It was a lot of work, and but so worthwhile. And I think that it is a project that after 2020, it brought the community together in a way that was really, really needed. Last of all, I would like to especially recognize several volunteers that put in extra time and effort. One was Martha Falwell, the other was Linda Butterworth. She was my cheerleader, and she was here through all the tough times, working on it extra. She's a student of mine, so she worked during class and helped install it. Last of all, Ken on the staff here at Spruill helped us install it, so I appreciate all the help.
Julie, great job.
Time to tackle this tricky part behind the tree. To take a step back and look at this mosaic. It's been a while since I held it up and looked at it, and now that the water's in, I think is a great time. I'm not quite finished with the tree, and I know it might be hard to see, but I have some very dark black and some green in there. I mixed the green in with it a little bit. For the sky, I have a couple different options, but I think to keep it foggy, I'm gonna probably have to just choose one. I'll probably get to that next week. I'm getting ready to make these barrettes for my older sister Patsy, and at first I was thinking I would use filati, and then I started looking through some of my other material and I found these. They just fit in there so perfectly that I can't resist putting those together on there. So I just need to glue those in, which is pretty quick. And then I also found these snowflake beads that I have, which also fit in there perfectly. Whoops. So I'm going to glue those in, and I'm going to use E6000. This is a pretty quick process. So instead of speeding it up, I am going to just tell you a little bit about my sister Patsy. Because last week, she sent a group text to my other siblings and myself telling us that she saved her neighbor's life. So she has a job where she is trained in CPR. She's CPR certified. But this was something that happened when she was at home. A neighbor from across the street came over and was frantic and asked her to call 911. So she did, and then she quickly realized she had to go over because she didn't have enough information. So she went over there and found the neighbor unresponsive, and the 911 operator talked her through the process of counting and whatnot while she performed CPR on this lady until an ambulance arrived. And I just thought that was so amazing. I've been trained in CPR, but it's kind of rare that something actually happens where you're going to use it, unless you're in that field, I think. Anyway, so she is my hero, and I've been meaning to make these barrettes for her for a while, and now I'm making hero barrettes for my hero sister. Anyway, so I guess the guy who originally went to go get her was sort of out of it, so he was not really much help. She had to check for the pulse herself and check for breathing, actually do the CPR. And fortunately, because of her CPR training, she had a one-time use breathing thing that goes over the mouth for her to use. She kept it on her keychain, so she had it with her. So that was pretty cool too. My sister never really asks for anything, so it makes me really excited that I can make something that she wants and that I know she's going to use. I'm almost finished with this one, down to the last piece. These really just took a few minutes. I'll have to make some other ones that are a little more complex. I'll have to let those set up. Oh, I did want to say that I have some more, but I'm not sure if these are big enough. So I ordered some other ones. So I might make some other ones this week in addition to these two little ones that were so I finished these two beauties, and I don't really consider them mosaics. They're more like a little craft project there. But this one has arrived in the mail, and it has a space here for me to put a mosaic. My sister has requested a violet colored barrette, and this is going to be the centerpiece, this vintage cabochon. And then I've got some faceted beads, some purple glass that I painted with PBO paint, a little bit of smalties, some dichro, some chatons, and some purple beads. Let me get after it. The lilies finished, and this one started So I'm gonna knock this out real quick so that I can pack it away for a while. Dropping off 10 mosaics for a glass exhibit today, and so I have to prep them, stage them, and then load them in my car. It's an hour away, so I have to do it all in one trip. Many of my works I have hanging around my house, but this one in particular has never been an exhibit, and it's one that is most recently finished of all the ones going in the show. 10 pieces going in, and I have never wired it, so I need to wire it, and I also need to prep the back. For this exhibit, they are requesting that we put our name, the title, and the price on the back of the piece. I put down a cloth, a beach towel, or some type of blanket so that when the glass is face down, it doesn't scratch my table or scratch the glass in any way. Now, the wire usually has a weight limit on it, and so I'm very generous with that weight limit. I want to be over-engineer it, so to speak, so that there's never any issues. So to wire it, you simply pull through. I go under, over, and I go around 6 to 8 times. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Do it plenty of times. Now to do the other side, I'm going to be pulling it taut and doing the same thing. So it will naturally give a little bit and pull away, so you want to do it as tight as you can. Then I cut it as close as I can with wire cutters. This one as close as I can, wire cutters. And now you want to consider the person hanging it. You don't want them to snag their fingers on it. So I take needle nose pliers and I simply crimp the wire so that it's not going to pinch anyone's fingers when you're hanging it. Shove a blanket in here at the end so that there's no movement while I'm driving. And over here I will fill this space so that there's no flopping back and forth. I want them packed and tight so there's no movement on that side too. That's putting it together. Thanks for watching. See you next time.